Hey guys, I'm Beth Gazicki, and I'm here at Changing Niagara with Linzi and Caber, and we're going to be talking about Therapy Tails. Linzi, can you tell me a little bit about what Therapy Tails is and what they do?
Sure. Therapy Tails is an organization that works throughout the Niagara region, and we're strictly volunteers, nonprofit charity. And what happens is we go around to different residences, living, community living or nursing homes or schools or libraries, and we bring our dogs with us, and they're just meant to spread happiness and make people feel better.
How did you hear about the organization?
We were at a Canada Day parade last year, and we saw them in the parade, a bunch of dogs with their green bandanas on. Good girl, sit. And we were interested what they were all about, so we asked some of the people who had their dogs there, and they told us about what they do and the fun that they have, and we thought we'd look into it, and I'm glad we did. So we joined up the next month, and we've been doing it since August.
Since August? So you actually haven't been a part of Therapy Tails that long then?
No, not very long, not even a year, but it's definitely something that we hope for a long time to come.
Caber seems like she's adjusted to it a lot already, which is nice.
Yeah, she does enjoy doing the work. She definitely recognizes the green scarf when I put it on.
Oh, that's cute. Now, what do you find, you yourself, the most rewarding part of Therapy Tails?
It's really awesome to see the people's reaction when they see her. First of all, she's a very large and unique looking dog.
Yes, she is.
So she does get a lot of attention, which she does not complain about whatsoever. But for me, I think the most important part is when I see someone, especially in the community living centers with some people who maybe have physical or mental disabilities and have difficulty expressing themselves, but there's no denying that they enjoy having her because they're laughing and they're smiling and they're calling her back over in their own way. So it's really fun to see them react to her and what she does for them.
It must be a really nice bonding experience for not only you and Caber, but for you and the people that you're meeting.
Absolutely. And also the people who are involved in Therapy Tails. We're very much a family, and we like to help each other out, and we like to be at events together, so it's very social as well, which is great for the dogs and for us.
That's really cool. Now, if somebody wanted to volunteer with Therapy Tails, what's the process in that?
You can look them up on their website, therapytailsniagara.com, and contact the founder, Tina Hill.
Okay.
And what happens is if your dog is over a year old and you think they have the right sort of temperament to be involved in places that have crowds and lots of people, they set up an evaluation for you, which generally happens the first Sunday of every month in Welland. And they take the dogs with their owners, and you go through a series of small little tasks like walking into a room that has a wheelchair and having someone walk by you that has crutches, or making loud noises, or a bag that makes noise on the floor, or different people, small children in the room, things like that. And they see how the dog and the handler both react to the situations. And if the dog has the right sort of temperament and is curious but not scared, they pass that evaluation. And then you get set up with a regular visitation place that's convenient for you. So generally in your city or hometown, and something that you're comfortable doing, whether it's retired living or assisted living, or the adult learning center that we go to.
That's really cool. So it's not just a Niagara region?
No, we're right throughout, all the way from Grimsby to Fort Erie. We do different schools and different nursing homes and retirement centers.
Okay, well, we hung out last Sunday.
Yes.
And we were out playing in the snow. We just had a snowstorm. So we were playing with Caber, and we shot some footage of that. So if we want to take a look, it's really cute to look at. So let's take a look.
Great.
This is Caber, a purebred Harlequin Great Dane. She's 1.5 years old right now and will be 2 in May. She's 98 pounds and will grow to be just over 121 pounds. She's part of Therapy Tails.
Is there any special training needed for Caber to be a part of this organization?
Yes, the one requirement that you need to have with your dog is they need to be at least a year old before they can evaluate with Therapy Tails. Once they do, they go through a series of tests.
Does Caber live an ordinary life for a dog?
She lives a pampered life, I would say, for a dog. She's it's a laid-back breed, which is why we chose to have a Great Dane. But she generally spends her days hanging out on the couch and maybe chasing some birds in the backyard. But other than that, really normal for a dog.
Is there a sense of reward that you think Caber feels after the visit, after she visits students? And
Absolutely. And actually, it's funny because she's well aware that when I come out, maybe wearing my Therapy Tails shirt or my sweatshirt, she recognizes it right away. And as soon as I grab her green bandana, she is beyond excited to get in the car and go because she knows that she's going to be getting to do her job.
if Caber could talk, what do you think she would say her favorite part was about doing Therapy Tails?
I think that she would say that she likes interacting with other people. She's a very friendly and outgoing dog. That, and she has a lot of friends that are canine in the Therapy Tails family. If I said some of their names right now, she'd jump up and get excited about it. So I'd say that she likes the interaction with the people and the other dogs.
Welcome back to Changing Niagara. We are here with Linzi and the lovely Caber. Now, we were talking a little bit about Therapy Tails before, and I want to know if, say, Therapy Tails was to come back to Niagara College, because they have been here a couple times, what does Therapy Tails really offer for us?
Well, especially during exam time, we know that stress levels can be high and pressure can be high, and sometimes it's nice just to take a break, and that's what we provide with the dogs, a chance for you to sort of just let loose for a little bit, come pet, especially if you live here and you're missing your own dog from home. It gives you a little bit of interaction, a little sense of home, and so a little bit of security too. So it's just fun for the evening, and we've been here at the Welling campus as well as the Niagara-on-the-Lake campus. And
what is your personal favorite part about Therapy Tails?
I get to enjoy this time spent with my dog, and I wish I had more time to do that, but working full-time is difficult to be with her a lot, so it's nice for me and her to actually get out together and be a part of something that's really special.
And you said your husband doesn't do this, but does he spend a lot of time with Caber?
He does, yes. We both really enjoy taking her for walks, playing with her, whether that just be around the house or the backyard, or letting her just hang out. Caber, sit.
Such a good girl. Tell us about some of the places that you and Caber go and visit.
Well, we do alternating visits. So on 1 week, on a Thursday, we will go to the Keller residence for adult assisted living, where the residents there are have mental or physical disabilities, and she just goes and interacts with them most of the time, and just gives them kisses and love and things like that. So it's really nice to see them there. And then the opposite week, we go to visit Bella Retirement Center in Chippewa for retired and assisted living. So we just visit the people there. It's really nice. A lot of them have very many stories about the dogs that they grew up with, or other dogs that they've seen, and she likes to interact with them as well. It's a nice quiet evening for us.
That's really nice. You told me when we were hanging out that one day that you guys also go to the Thorold Public Library.
We do, yes. Thorold Public Library is a once-a-month visit that we go to, and it's actually a program through Therapy Tails called Telltales. And what we do is bring the dogs for students, young elementary school students, to read to the dogs. We find that sometimes students get a little bit apprehensive or nervous about their reading ability, but when they have an opportunity to read to the dogs, that sort of alleviates the pressure of reading to another person, so they tend to be a little more confident. Caber.
You're a silly girl. Do you think Caber knows the good that she's doing? Like, she can recognize that people are really, really happy around her, and it's because of her?
I think that her sort of joy is contagious for other people, and when people come toward her, they're automatically smiling and wanting to see her and pet her, and she just soaks it up with wagging tail and loves to give out kisses. So I definitely do think that she feels that for sure.
She's really cute. Do you think she prefers one place to go and visit over another?
I think she does prefer the children. I think that because she's still a puppy herself, she relates to them and their energy. One of the visits we do, Caber, no, is the Boys and Girls Club in Niagara Falls. And
really?
We visit them in their summer camp program, or if they're at a program, if they go to a program that's over the holiday, like Christmas break, for that kind of thing. So we go in with the dogs and visit with them and teach the kids how to approach dogs properly, and Caber know how to interact with appropriate dogs and their owners.
That must be really cool because she's such a big dog.
She is,
and
yeah.
she prefers like little kids.
Caber.
Now, what we did, Therapy Tails has been to Niagara College, and we talked to some of the students that got to interact with some of the dogs. So let's take a look at that.
Great.
Hi, I'm Charlie Weber. I'm here in the dorms and hallways of Niagara College residents, and I'm talking to students about their experience with Therapy Tails. So, how has your experience with Therapy Tails helped you?
It's been pretty beneficial, I guess, because after like long days at school and everything, the dogs come in. It's just relaxing to go down there, and like there's a bunch of people there, so it's just nice socializing after a long day and playing with the dogs.
So, how did your experience with Therapy Tails help you?
Well, it helped me because I'm homesick, so I miss my family and pets at home. So I felt more comfortable when the animals were here.
I liked having it here because it was a nice way just to relieve stress, especially around tests and exams. Stressful times. It was nice just to take a break. So I liked that the idea of just letting loose.
And did you find a favorite dog?
Yes, I love Joey. He was perfect. He was such a sweetheart.
Oh, favorite, oh, that's a hard question. Oh, man. I loved all the dogs, but Rosie, especially the small little Rosie, and the smallest and the largest. I like Seamus as well.
So as you can see, Therapy Tails has had a wonderful impact on everyone here at the Niagara College residence. Back to you.
Back at Changing Niagara with Linzi and Caber. You told me that every year Therapy Tails has a bunch of fundraisers.
Yes.
What kind of fundraisers do you guys do?
Lots of different events. Actually, we were not too long ago at the Niagara Lake campus, and they were selling cupcakes to promote Therapy Tails Niagara. And also what we're planning for this summer is on June the 3rd, we're having a massive yard sale in Niagara Falls, and all the proceeds are going to go to Therapy Tails Niagara.
Okay, now for all the fundraisers, do all the proceeds always go to Therapy Tails?
They do, yes.
Because it is a 100% nonprofit organization. That's
Yes.
really great. Not many organizations today are as nonprofit as they should be, I find.
No, we really feel it's important that we give back to the same organization that we're part of. So,
Are there any fundraisers coming up that maybe one of us could attend?
I'm not sure exactly what's on the agenda for February or March, but you can always check our website for postings of what's coming up.
Now, if somebody wanted to just out of the blue donate some money to Therapy Tails, how can they go about doing that?
The best way is to contact Tina Hill, the founder of Therapy Tails Niagara, and through the website would probably be the easiest way to get in contact with her. But we're happy to accept any donations of any size. Every little bit helps.
Can we donate like treats and stuff to the dog, or is it strictly like we prefer money?
It's easier for monitor because we are able to divide it up for what our needs are within the organization, and a lot of times we have our own Therapy Tails bones, and sometimes we have organizations that actually cook or make homemade treats for the dogs, and they give it to us, and we can sell those as a fundraiser as well.
Like a little doggy bakery.
Yeah, exactly.
And I also heard that you guys have an anti-bullying initiative coming up in March.
We do. The founder, Tina Hill, she has 3 sheepdogs, and one of her sheepdogs was abused as a puppy. So what we've done is she's initiated a program where we take dogs in our program that have been abused or neglected while they're growing up, and we're paralleling those aspects with the bullying in schools, so students can see themselves in the dogs and the way that if you're broken down and mistreated, how that can affect you in your daily life, and how it's really important for us to treat each other with kindness and respect, and same thing with animals.
That's really interesting. So not all dogs that are part of Therapy Tails are from breeders or something. A lot of them do come from abused homes.
That's right. We have about 120 members, and we have dogs from the smallest Papillon to Irish Wolfhound and everything in between, which is really great. And many of the dogs have been rescued, and other dogs like Caber who have been selected through a breeder.
That's really nice. Caber's a very nice dog. Can you see the difference in abused animals and someone like Caber? Is there a major difference? Are they harder to train?
Well, in terms of Therapy Tails Niagara, all of the dogs are so well-mannered, so well-behaved, and so just willing to just give everything that they've got. And it's really great to see the ones who have been rescued or who perhaps have been raised with an abusive or neglective relationship in their early life, that they've come around and they're learning to trust people again, which is really great to see.
So you mentioned you got Caber from a breeder, and that she really loves Therapy Tails. Is there someone specific that she likes to hang out with? Is there one dog that she prefers to spend her time with at Therapy Tails?
She has a couple of friends. One of them's a boyfriend, is an Irish Wolfhound named Seamus, but she's got a couple of friends. Actually, Seamus's dog brother is a new named Kuma. I know, they're your friends. And she also likes to play with her buddy Otis and her friend Katie. And there's the little 3 little dogs, 2 Papillons and a Dachshund, that she also likes to spend time with, although she's a little bit big for them, so they don't tend to want to play with her as much, but she does enjoy them.
Has anyone at Therapy Tails really touched you in a personal way? I know that it's a tough organization.
It is a tough organization. I would have to say that Tina Hill has really been inspiring to a lot of us, and she's the one that sort of puts all she's got into this, and she works full-time as well, and she does this on the side, and the amount of time and energy she puts into this organization to make sure that people feel all of the goodness that Therapy Tails has to offer is really touching.
Well, thank you so much for coming. For Changing Niagara, I'm Beth.
Thanks very much.